In this video, we are going to discuss about concept of controllability and observability. Means we are going to discuss about what is controllability and what is observability and how we are going to find out the given systems are controllable or not. Similarly, given systems are observable or not by using some examples. Before going to the controllability and observability concept, we are going to discuss about problem which I have given in previous video as practice problem, that is depending upon the finding the solution of state model. This is the problem which I have given in previous video as a practice problem, that is depending upon the finding the solution of a state equation, that is find the solution of a given state model if the input of the system is unit step and the initial state of the system is given by x of 0. Here x of 0 is given by the null matrix, that is matrix 0 0, and here we are having the state equation x dot of t is equal to matrix 0 1 minus 2 minus 3 into x of t plus matrix 0 1 u of t. We already know the solution for homogeneous as well as non-homogeneous state equations. If we consider this state equation, in this the input is present, means this is a non-homogeneous state equation. So by using the formula for finding the solution of non-homogeneous state equation, we are going to find out the solution of given state model. In previous video, we already discussed about the finding the solution of homogeneous as well as non-homogeneous state equations. In our problem, the given state equation is non-homogeneous state equation. So we are going to consider the solution of non-homogeneous state equation, that is given as x of t is equal to inverse Laplace transform of si minus a whole inverse into x of 0 plus inverse Laplace transform of si minus a whole inverse into b into u of s. In this term is called the ZIR, that is nothing but zero input response, and this is called the ZSR, zero state response. In this, I is the identity matrix, A is the system matrix, and x of 0 is the initial conditions, and B is the input matrix, and E of S is the Laplace transform of given input. We already know the state equation which already given in the problem, that is x dot of t is equal to this equation. Okay, by comparing this equation with the standard equation, we are going to get the this is the system matrix, that is given as A, and this is the input matrix, that is B, and we are going to consider the identity matrix. The order of this identity matrix is the order of the system matrix. Here system matrix is 2 by 2 matrix, so we are going to consider the identity matrix of the same order, that is 2 by 2 matrix. And in problem we already know initial conditions is a null matrix, that is matrix 0 comma 0. Here u of s is the Laplace transform of given input. In our problem, the given input is unit step. We are going to apply the Laplace transform to this given input. So we are going to get the 1 by s is the u of s. Now we are going to substitute all these values in this equation for finding the solution of a given state model. Okay, in order to finding the solution of given state equation, first consider Si minus A. In this we already know the identity matrix and system matrix. Substitute these two values in this equation, that is the resultant is this thing, that is S into identity matrix minus system matrix. Okay, multiply this matrix with S. We are getting matrix S 0 0 S minus same system matrix. Okay, here we are going to apply the matrix subtraction, that is S minus 0 is nothing but S, 0 minus 1 is nothing but minus 1, 0 minus minus 2 is plus 2, S plus 3, that is S plus 3, that is the value of Si minus A is matrix S minus 1 2 S plus 3. Now we are going to apply the inverse of this matrix for getting the Si minus A whole inverse. We are going to find out the Si minus A whole inverse by using this formula. that is it is a 2 by 2 matrix. The inversion of this 2 by 2 matrix is this one, that is 1 by AD minus BC into, we are going to interchange these two elements and we are going to complement these two elements, that is D minus B minus C A. By applying this one, we are going to get the this resultant, that is S matrix S minus 1 2 S plus 3 whole inverse is equal to 1 by AD minus BC, that is AD S into S plus 3 minus BC, that is minus 1 into 2, this thing, into this is the interchanging of these two elements, we are getting this thing, that is S plus 3 S, and complementing of these two elements, that is plus 1 minus 2. Now we are going to find out the this factor. In order to finding the ZIR, that is zero input response, we are having inverse Laplace transform of Si minus A whole inverse into x of 0. That is the initial conditions. Okay, for finding ZIR, we are going to multiply this matrix, inversion matrix, with the given initial conditions. That is nothing but x of 0. We already got this one. We are going to multiply with the initial conditions x of 0. By multiplying this one, that is we are going to get 1 by AD minus BC, this is common, and S plus 3 into 0 plus 1 into 0. Similarly, minus 2 into 0 plus S into 0. Okay, this term as well as this element, these two elements becomes 0. 0 null matrix into something, we are going to get the null matrix. That is the Si minus A whole inverse into x of 0, we are going to get the null matrix. Now we are going to apply the inverse Laplace transform of this one in order to get the ZIR, that is zero input response. By applying the inverse Laplace transform, we are going to get the ZIR value is 0. Up to this point, we calculated the ZIR, zero input response. Now we are going for zero state response. We already know the formula for finding the zero state response, that is inverse Laplace transform of Si minus A whole inverse B into U of S. Up to now we got ZIR. Now we are going for ZSR. Okay, for finding the ZSR, first we are going for finding the value of Si minus A whole inverse B into U of S. In this we already know this one, and we already know the matrix B, we already know the input value. Substitute all these values, then we are getting this one. Okay, up to this one is the inverse of Si minus A whole inverse, and B matrix is matrix 0 1 and E of S is 1 by S. Okay, first calculate this one into factors, that is by calculating this one into factors, we are getting S plus 1 into S plus 2. Now consider these factors to each and every element of this inverse matrix, that is we are getting S plus 3 by these factors, that is S plus 1 into S plus 2, 1 by S plus 1 into S plus 2, minus 2 by S plus 1 into S plus 2, S by S plus 1 into S plus 2, and as it is this matrix, that is matrix 0 comma 1 into 1 by S. Now by considering the matrix multiplication as well as multiplying this entire thing 1 by S, we are going to get the this one Si minus A whole inverse B into U of S. This is the resultant matrix by multiplying the Si minus A whole inverse with matrix B, and this is the U of S. Okay, simplify these two terms also. By simplifying this one, we are going to get this matrix, that is 1 by S plus 1 into S plus 2 into this element, that is 1 by S. Similarly, S by S plus 1 into S plus 2 into S, that is this term. Here S gets cancelled. Okay, after cancellation we are getting the sum resultant. Now we are going to substitute this resultant in the complete solution in order to find the solution of a given state model. This is the value of Si minus A whole inverse into B into U of S, that is equal to matrix 1 by S into S plus 1 into S plus 2, 1 by s plus 1 into s plus 2. Now substitute this one and ZIR in complete solution, that is x of t. In x of t, this is the ZIR, 0 input response, and this is the ZSR. We already got the ZIR value is 0. That is, in place of this term, we are going to substitute the ZIR value. And this is the ZSR, inverse Laplace transform of SA minus SA whole inverse B into E of S. We already got result of this term. Now we are going to substitute this value in this equation for finding the solution. After substituting, we are going to apply the inverse Laplace transform. Therefore, the solution x of t is given as inverse Laplace transform SA minus SA whole inverse B into E of S. We already know this value. Substitute here. Then we are getting inverse Laplace transform of this matrix. Now, by applying the inverse Laplace transform, we are going to apply the partial fractions to this element as well as this element. After applying the partial fractions converted into factors, then we are going to apply the inverse Laplace transform. Consider first factor, that is 1 by s into s plus 1 into s plus 2. Now apply partial fractions to this first factor. I think we already know the how to apply the partial fractions. That is 1 by, that is a by s plus b by s plus 1 plus c by s plus 2. Now simplify these two terms and take LCM and cancel this one and this one. Then this equation is a resultant by applying the LCM. Then for finding a, b, c values, we have to substitute different values for s. Okay, in first case substitute s is equal to 0 in this equation. By substituting, we are getting 1 is equal to a into s is nothing but 0, 0 plus 1 into 0 plus 2 plus b into 0 into 0 plus 2, that is nothing but entire thing is 0, plus c into 0 into 0 plus 1. This term also becomes 0. From that we are getting a is equal to 1 by 2. Similarly, by substituting s is equal to minus 1 as well as s equal to minus 2, find out the ABC values. Similarly, substitute s is equal to minus 1. By substituting s is equal to minus 1, we are going to get this equation and we are going to get b value is minus 1. Similarly, substitute s is equal to minus 2. By substituting s is equal to minus 2, we are going to get the this thing. Okay, from that we are going to get the c value is 1 by 2. Similarly, apply the partial fractions to second. In the same way, we are going to apply the partial fractions to second term. Second term is 1 by s plus 1 into s plus 2. Okay, that is a by s plus 1 plus b by s plus 2. Okay, from that take the LCM, then cancel out this thing and this one. Then this is the resultant equation, that is 1 is equal to a into s plus 2 plus b into s plus 1. Okay, for finding the a and b values, substitute s is equal to minus 1. By substituting s is equal to minus 1, we are going to get the a is equal to 1. Similarly, substitute s is equal to minus 2 in this equation. Then we are going to get the b value is minus 1. This is the resultant matrix by substituting the all the values. Okay, then we are getting inverse Laplace transform of this resultant one. If we observe each and every term in the form of 1 by s plus a, we already know the inverse Laplace transform of 1 by s plus a, that is e power minus at. Now apply this formula for finding the inverse Laplace transform of all the factors here. Then we are going to get the this one. This is the solution of a given state model, that is inverse Laplace transform of 1 by 2s is nothing but 1 by 2 minus inverse Laplace transform of 1 by s plus 1 is e power minus t plus inverse Laplace transform 1 by 2 into s plus 2, that is 1 by 2 into e power minus 2t. Similarly, inverse Laplace transform of 1 by s plus 1, that is e power minus t inverse Laplace transform minus 1 by s plus 2, that is minus e power minus 2t. This is the solution of given state model. and this is the process of finding the solution for a given state model by using given data. Now we are going to concentrate on concept of observability as well as concept of controllability. Coming to concept of controllability and observability, these concepts are very simple. First, consider controllable concept. If the system is said to be controllable, if the initial state of a system is changed to some other desired state by controlling the input in finite duration of time. That is nothing but by controlling the input, we are going to change the initial state of a system to some other desired state in a finite duration of time. That is nothing but controllable system. Okay, for finding the controllability of a system, we are having one method or one test, that is nothing but Kalman's test. Okay, for finding the whether the given system is controllable or not, by using Kalman's test, we are having two steps. That is, first step is, in first step we are going to find out the controllability test matrix. Here QC is nothing but controllability test matrix. In the first step we are going to form the controllability test matrix. That is, by using this formula we are going to find out the QC. Here B is nothing but input matrix and A is nothing but system matrix. These two matrices are obtained by using the given state model. Here n is the number of state variables. That is the first step. In first step we are going to form the controllable test matrix. After forming the controllable test matrix, in second step we are going to find out the determinant of this controllable test matrix. If the determinant of controllable test matrix is not equal to 0, then the given system is controllable. If the determinant of a controllable test matrix is 0, means the given matrix is a uncontrollable or non-controllable matrix. The concept is very simple. Similarly, consider coming to concept of observability. That is, the name itself indicates the concept of observability. That is nothing but by observing the output of a system in finite duration of time, we are going to determine the initial state of a system. That concept is called observability concept, that is given here. If the system is said to be observable, if it is able to determine the initial state of a system by observing the output in finite duration of time. Okay, concept is very simple. That is, in finite duration of time, by observing the output, we are going to determine the initial state of a time, initial state of a system. That concept is called observability concept. In this also, we are going to find out whether the given system is observable or not by using one method or one test, that is called Kalman's test. Okay, in this also we are having two steps for finding the given system is observable or not. That is, in first step we are going to form the matrix. That matrix is called observability test matrix, that is represented as Q0. Q0 is given as matrix C transpose A transpose into C transpose, A transpose whole square into C transpose up to so on, A transpose whole power n minus 1 into C transpose here. Here C is the output matrix and A is the system matrix. These two matrices are obtained by using the given state equation. Here n is the number of state variables. Depending upon the number of state variables, we are going to calculate the order of this observability test matrix. That is the first step. In first step we are going to form the matrix. Okay, after finding the or after forming the matrix, in second step we are going to determine the determinant of observability test matrix Q0. If the determinant of observability test matrix is not equal to 0, then the given system is said to be observable system. Otherwise, means if the determinant of a system, if the determinant of a observability test matrix is 0, then we can conclude that given system is a non-observable system. Okay, these are the concepts of controllability and observability. Finding the given systems are observable or non-observable, similarly controllable or non-controllable by using the Kalman's test. In the next video, we are going to discuss some problems depending upon the controllability as well as observability concepts by using Kalman's test. Here I am giving small problem for your practice, that is depending upon the finding the solution of a system which is having the input is unit step and initial state of a system is given by x of 0. Here x of 0 is not a null matrix, that is matrix 0 1, and we are having the state equation x dot of t is equal to this one. By using this state equation and given data, try to find out the solution of a state model. In this video, up to now we discussed about finding the solution of state equation, that is depending upon the solution of homogeneous and non-homogeneous state equation, which we have discussed in the previous video, and also concept of controllability and concept of observability. In the coming video, we are going to discuss about some problems depending upon the concept of controllability and observability by using Kalman's test. Thank you.